Welcome all. Welcome those who are able and willing to perceive and have an open mind to a different way of seeing things in life other than the destructional way of seeing things. Well, so as I was strolling, I was beginning to see that um, how this physical world that we're living in is just a representative or a symbolic of our reality, our real world. And and when we look at the things that are happening, it's all symbolic. It's all representative of something that we refuse to see. We refuse to see our truth. We refuse to see our reality. And we have been stuck in this physical realm because of that. So we see things differently. We see things concrete. We see things as is. Um, for example, there's much, much more to a condition that we are placed in than what we than the way we see it as. Than the way we see it as. There's so much more to it than the way we see it as. So that's why I always say we have to examine it, the details of a condition that we are placed in, the power grid, what we think someone has power over us, like that. We need to look at that and examine it in detail and see the truth in it, see the truth within that. Because it's symbolic, just that alone is symbolic, a representation of something much deeper. Scriptures cannot be broken, meaning those who seek to break through and destroy your reality as they have hidden it, as they have hidden it, cannot do that without you lending a hand into it. But when you lend a hand into it, you're going to destroy yourself. Because I also want to put across to you that rejecting your nature is also a cause for you to destroy yourself. Self destruction comes in many, many forms. But the greatest form of self destruction is what we see every day, is treating those who are a part of who you are, a big part of you, and mistreating, and somehow you think you've been told that you're separate from them, but you're closest to others, which is odd, that saying everybody's everybody until you see your own, which is a separation tactic to get you to hate self, self hate. So it doesn't work. Anything you do by treating your own people that look like you bad or thinking that you're going to do some magic or something against them. The reason why they can tell us as Black people who are ignorant to our own knowledge that it's evil to do voodoo is because when we do voodoo, who do we do it to? We do it to our own. And you're doing it to your own bloodline. And bloodline does not just mean mom and dad, no. And back from that mom and dad, no. The bloodline of the planet, the nation. Our nation is one bloodline. I don't care whether you call yourself an Indian, African, Jamaican, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Spanish, whatever on this planet, there was only one indigenous nation. Um, and one bloodline. The neck, the neck, the Negro bloodline. So when you try to do these things, of course you're gonna see things happen to you back. That's just, when you have knowledge, you know that somebody's trying to con you and someone's trying to trick you into thinking like they think on a lower level. Because the only way voodoo can hurt us is when we do it to ourselves. We do it to our own people. And that's stupid. It's really stupid. It's stupid because why you want to harm yourself? Just like slavery. If they say that our people sold our people, then we put ourselves in a situation, right? We can't just blame one group because we all carry the same bloodline. It's like you destroy your family within your house by doing something that is very destructive within your house for your mom and dad. You ruin your life. You ruin your family. You separate your family. You're splitting your family up because this one kid decides to do something destructive. And the kid siblings have to move out and go to foster care, what have you, because you chose to destroy your own line, your own opportunities. See, you do it to yourself. So once you understand that the scriptures cannot be broken, nothing can be done to destroy you, to destroy us as a people. They've tried so many things over the centuries and decades that we've bounced right back. We have bounced right back. Now that's extraterrestrial. And that's what I call an example of extraterrestrial. I don't give rise to those who think um, maybe differently than that because maybe they don't hold enough knowledge of self. But I know what I see. I go by what I see because what we see around us happening is always a representative, symbolic of a real energy, of the energy world. Slavery was symbolic. All of it was something going on like in our bodies. We can't see what's going on in our bodies. That's an example of something spiritual. Spiritual to me is the unseen or unknown. We can study the body and we can start examining the things that we see the intestines do, the liver do, the lungs do, and everything within the body, the blood itself. And studying that and seeing that, we're seeing something other than the outer surface. And being able to see something other than the outer surface is great, is power. It's important because then you know how to deal with the physical. Something that I think we were cut off from because it's an attempt to break scriptures. It's an attempt to break scriptures. But the scriptures, I once told you, brother, this is just very important. It doesn't mean what these Christians think they mean. It's powerful. That's why you can't, as a Christian, you cannot really take the Bible and get what you need out of it. You lose millions and millions of Christians a year because it's told to them from a surface point of view. And it's been told from a surface point of view. It's a way that is not beneficial. It's destructive. But when you're told what the heart does, you're told what the lungs do, things that you cannot see, it helps you to take care of the outer shell. Life balances out. Do you see the attempt to break scripture, family? Do you see it? By separating the physical from the spiritual and giving you all physical and giving you morals, moral code instead of my aunt. Instead of those principles. Just imagine, you see, when I was talking about my eating habits been bad, if it wasn't for me becoming conscious towards my eating, period, and conscious towards what's going on inside my body, do you think I would have success at balancing myself as far as my eating? No, I wouldn't have had success towards balancing myself towards my eating. Ooh, look at that sign. No, I wouldn't because I wouldn't have took in consideration the unknown, the unseen, and been able to work with that to get the results I need for the physical world, which is this body. So just think about how important it is to know that the scriptures are a representation, a physical representation of what's inside, the power that we hold, and they cannot break it. Although they think we're living in a time where they're trying to break it, right? It's obvious everything they do to break it. But unbeknownst to them, it is not breaking. So with that said, true love, real peace, the higher self within the soul. Till next time. Thank you guys for being here.